Do you see the word allegedly? Somebody has scraped around it as to highlight it. While in Dallas, we had to come over here. And here's Patty. And Patty, what is that building behind you?
That's the building that Lee Harvey Oswald worked at and supposedly shot JFK.
Yeah, and we're gonna walk over and see that.
President Kennedy's motorcade passed through downtown Dallas. The crowd screamed and...
Now, if you look at the video of JFK being shot, and this is just a quick video, but you'll see that wall in the background. You'll see those checkers in the background. So whenever you watch that video, you'll definitely see that in the video. And if you look over there, where that silver car just passed, you'll see an X in the street. And they're saying that is when JFK actually was shot with a bullet, was where that X is right there. And this is where JFK was killed. Technically, he was not killed because when they took him to the hospital, he had blood squirting out of his, I mean, I know that sounds disgusting, but he had blood still pumping out of his brain where he got shot. His heartbeat was beating supposedly for about 12 minutes after he was shot. And so the video, the famous video, and you'll see these X's right here. If you look right there, those X's, that's when the first shots were fired. And they're saying where that X is down there is where it actually hit him. And the famous video was taken from over here in these trees, over here on that hill. Now, if you believe that Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK, which I actually do not believe that, Donald Trump was supposed to release all the files on JFK. And for some reason, he was going to declassify it. For some reason, he didn't. So some powerful forces at bay said, no, don't do that. But he didn't. So this guy right here, Abraham, I can't pronounce his last name. This is where he stood when he took this video. And you see a screenshot of the car from his video.
So he was on top of the concrete right now.
He was on top of this concrete right here. So he was standing right here. And you can see where their first shots were fired right there. And they're saying the fatal ones happened right there. And you can see all this in the video. It's all still here. It's the same as it was. And the shots came from this building. That's what they say. The coroner report kind of states that he got shot in the front of his head. Which, if you look at this wall right here, and I'm not trying to be a conspiratist, but if you watch the JFK movie, it absolutely suggests that he was assassinated by the mob or the CIA or whatever. But you see this wall was definitely here. And you see all these trees. Somebody could have clearly have shot him from here. Much closer shot. Now, you're probably wondering where Lee Harvey Oswald supposedly shot JFK. I'll show you. So see, that's the building, and it's actually a museum, and we're not going to go in it. But do you see the top row? It's the second row all the way on the right. So you see the arched windows all the way on the far right. The very last one, the square one. So it's arch, 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 and then a square window. Not the first floor, but the second floor. They're saying that's where the shots were fired. Now, they ran into that building. They found Lee Harvey Oswald on the second floor. Okay. They found him on the second floor in the break room. So somehow he got from up there to down here in 70 seconds. And he has to be a pretty good shot. I mean, they're saying he shot him from there to there and here. So definitely not impossible, but that's what they say. And there has been a cover-up for sure about this situation. No president has released any of the findings on the assassination, unclassified. I mean, the guy's been dead for, what is it, 40, 50, 60 years-ish, and they won't declassify those documents. But I didn't make this video to be a conspiratist. I made the video because I'm here. And how many times have you seen that video of JFK being assassinated? And it happened right here. Right here. And all of this is still the same. And let's walk over here. Patty's like soaking it all up. Now they have a lot of plaques everywhere that you can read. And there was multiple commissions that researched this situation. This building right here is strictly based on the government. I think it was called a Warren Commission maybe, or something like that, on their report. There was other investigations since, but this building right here, and there it is right there. You see that window? Second one down. They're saying Lee Harvey Oswald shot and killed JFK from that window. There's a museum store. And this says, formerly the Texas School Book Depository Building. And it says this building was built in the 1880s. It says on November the 22nd, 1963, the building gained national notoriety when Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly, do you see the word allegedly? Somebody has scraped around it as a highlighted. Allegedly shot and killed President John F. Kennedy from the sixth window as the presidential motorcade passed the site. They do say allegedly, because I am standing right underneath the window and he shot him way down there. Unbelievable. Now, I just want to mention, you know, for those people who don't know a lot about JFK, and I don't know, like, you know, a ton, but I will tell you this. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested later that day. And he was shot and killed by Jack Ruby, a guy that was involved with the mob, the very next day. The what?
What's the double X's?
Well, they're saying that's like the first time the shots were fired. And then the single X they're saying is when the shot actually killed him. Or, you know. And you can see these lampposts right here in all of those famous videos. But Lee Harvey Oswald was shot and killed the very next day. And, you know, when you think about it, the police like paraded him right out of the jail cell and allowed all those reporters and all those people to gather around. Of course, he was wide open to be shot and killed. Obviously, to silence Lee Harvey Oswald from clearly saying that he did not kill him, and then have the government prove that he killed him in a court of law. So, it is what it is. Do you believe JFK was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald?
It seems suspect.
Yeah, it definitely does. Now, you know, I will say this, as we look around here, at this very, very famous tract of land, tract of road, I should say.
I also think it would be really hard. They're saying that the far window?
Yeah, the second one down all the way on the right.
I think that would be a really...
And especially like if all these trees and stuff were here, which we don't know because the video doesn't show that.
I mean, if they were or not, it would just be a hard, you'd be up against the wall because that's the corner window.
But here it is.
The wall, trying to turn it. I think it makes it even more suspect now that you see it.
Probably the most famous stretch of road in the United States. Killed JFK.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
But if he was alive today and president today, I mean, he would have been 10 times worse than Bill Clinton as far as a womanizer. He has been accused of all kinds of things, as was his brother. But this was all here when the assassination took place. And you'll see like there's a plaque right here as well. But there you have it. So if you want to check out this location, it's downtown Dallas, and there's a museum attached to it. And I have actually been, as has Patty, been to JFK's burial site, where there's eternal flame going on, and that's in Arlington Cemetery in Washington, D.C. And he's buried there, as is his brother. And his brother never served in the military, therefore he should not be allowed to be buried there. But I guess they got some kind of permission just for him, and he's not actually buried with his brother, he's buried like off to the side. So there you have it. His brother, if you're not aware, was also assassinated when he was running for president. He was assassinated in California at a campaign fundraiser in a hotel that has since been torn down. But he died. He got shot in the abdomen and he died. And that ended his presidential run, and they buried him not too far away from his brother in Arlington Cemetery. So we just wanted to show you this like historic place, which has been covered a million times, I'm sure, on YouTube. And it was right here. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of haunted house Halloween videos coming very soon. Until then, let the conspiracies rattle on until some president has the nerve to declassify all of the actual reports. You know, I think 60 years is long enough to wait, but who knows? Maybe we'll never know. Till then.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, huntworld.com.